Millionaire Hotseat tonight. Can't wait to give somebody a chance to win $1 million. 6 contestants ready to go. You want some dough?
Yes.
You better believe it. That's the name of the game. 15 questions for fastest finger first. 15 once we get to the hot seat. And, of course, $1 million up for grabs. So let's meet our contestants tonight. And they are. This is Shaw Hubert. A speed demon. Once rode as a pillion passenger on a motorbike at 200 Ks. Amal James found herself in emergency after she superglued her eyes shut. While hiking on Mount Fuji, Charlie McFadden had a close encounter with a bear. Harvey Dick convinced a sports agent he was an elite basketball player and scored a tour to the USA. Aerospace student Adrian Jones aspires to be part of sending humans to Mars and beyond. And working in a bank, Julie Freeman-Smith had to ask everyone for ID, even Olivia Newton-John. Wow. Let's play fastest finger first. Go. All right, 15 questions coming away. You've got to be the fastest. You've got to get them right, of course. Let's go for $1,000, which you can give to me for a lifeline once we get to the hot seat. Question 1 of 15. Which of these is the name of an Australian federal electorate? A, salsa. B, ketchup. C, hollandaise. D, mayo. With a hollandaise, you reckon? No, it's mayo. These people got it. Jeez, only Adrian and Charlie. Good on you. Well done. Good stuff. It's located in South Australia. It's created in 1984 and named after Helen Mayo, the first woman elected to an Australian University Council. Question 2. By definition, a cobbler is a person who specialises in repairing which of these? A, driveways. B, barbecues. C, shoes. D, bench tops. Let the cobbler do the cobbling. He cobbles the shoes. These people got it. Amal was the fastest. Good on you, Amal. Well done. Here's 3. Which of these films was adapted into a Tony Award-winning nominated stage musical? A, Poltergeist. B, Ghost. C, The Conjuring. D, The Sixth Sense. The answer is Ghost. These people got it. Julie was the fastest. Good on Julie. Cheryl got it right. Amal got it right. Next question is a visual question, everybody. Eyes up. Look at the monitors. There it is. Have a good look. And the question is, this famous building is part of an art gallery in which country? A, Brazil. B, Portugal. C, South America. D, USA. And the answer is Brazil. These people got it. No one. There it is. Such a famous art gallery that no one knows what it is. It was opened in 1996. It's the Museum of Contemporary Art, known as MAC, and designed by Brazilian architect Oscar Niemeyer. Question 5. Known for his tradition of eating the centre court grass after a Wimbledon win is which tennis champion? A, Andy Murray. B, Roger Federer. C, Novak Djokovic. D, Rafael Nadal. He's won a few of them too. It's the Joker, Novak Djokovic. These people got it. Just Harvey. Good on you, Harvey. Everyone's fighting back. Good stuff. Won his 6th Wimbledon title in 2021, a superstar of the game of tennis. Everyone's on 2. Question 6. Which of these is not a subtitle of one of Jeff Kinney's Diary of a Wimpy Kid novels? A, The Bad Beginning. B, Dog Days. C, The Long Haul. D, Roderick Rules. Not a subtitle. The answer here is The Bad Beginning. These people got it. Adrian was the fastest. Got it, Adrian? This side of town got it. This side of town got it wrong. Here we go. Next question. Which of these countries does not have a coastline on the Baltic Sea? A, Finland. B, Sweden. D, Germany. D, Belarus. And the answer is Belarus. These people got it. Amal was the fastest. Well played, Amal. Good stuff. Belarus is landlocked. It's bordered by Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Lithuania and Latvia. To the leaderboard as we go to the break, and after 7 questions, it's Harvey who hits the front with 4, but everyone else is pretty close. Julie's on 3, Adrian, Amal, Charlie on 3, Shirley's on 2. We'll take a break, come back with the second half right after this. Welcome back to the hot seat. Adrian's grabbing for his pen. He's dropping it. It's all over the place. He's just one off the lead. He's fired up and ready to go. Let's go to question 8. The AIHL is the official Australian league of which sport? A, athletics, B, ice hockey, C, horse racing, D, lacrosse. That would be the Australian Ice Hockey League. These people got it. Adrian was the fastest. Go on, Adrian, well done. 8 teams in the Australian Ice Hockey League. Question 9. In Roger Hargrave's Mr. Men books, which character has extremely long arms? A, Mr. Sneeze, B, Mr. Messy, C, Mr. Tickle, D, Mr. Tall. Long arms. Trick question here, Harvey. What'd you go for?
I went with Mr. Tall.
No, you need Mr. Tickle. He's got the long arms, all right? These people got it right. Adrian was the only one. Good on you, Adrian. Well played. Yeah, see, it was actually the idea of all the books. Hargrave's books were inspired by his son, who asked what a tickle looked like. So he came up with Mr. Tickle, and that was the very start of the Mr. Men books, which are so successful. Here's question 10 with Harvey in front, with Adrian on 5. Which of these words is closest in meaning to esoteric? A, elementary, B, familiar, C, simple, D, arcane. And the answer is arcane. These people got it. Cheryl was the fastest. Go on, Cheryl, well played. Yeah, something esoteric is understood by only a few, typically because of the need of specialised knowledge. Here's an audio question. I'll give you the question, listen up for the clue. Released in 1984, this song was a hit for which English band? A, Adam and the Ants, B, Depeche Mode, C, the Pet Shop Boys, D, Spandau Ballet. West End Girls was a big hit for the Pet Shop Boys. These people got it. Harvey's the only one, hits the front. One of the band's biggest hits in Australia, reached number 5 on the ARIA charts here in Oz with West End Girls for the Pet Shop Boys. Question 12. Gulab jamun is a traditional dessert in the cuisine of which country? A, India, B, Thailand, C, Greece, D, Scotland. Did I get close, Amal, on the pronunciation?
You did.
I did. Was it right?
Pretty good.
Not
Yep.
too bad. What's the answer?
India.
India's correct. These people got it. Amal was the fastest. Who would have thought? Who would have thought? The dish consists of small sweet dumplings in a flavoured sugar syrup. You had them?
Delicious.
Fantastic.
And you got to have it with vanilla ice cream.
Oh, yeah. Well, vanilla ice cream we can have with everything, I reckon.
Yeah. Especially that.
Okay, let's have a look at the leaderboard with 3 to go. And Harvey is in front by 1. Adrian's on 7. Shirl and Charlie on 5. Julie and Amal are out of business as far as winning, but keep going. See how far we can go here. Question 13. What is the subtitle of the 1984 Star Wars spin-off film Caravan of Courage? A Jedi Christmas, B, a Druid romance, C, an Ewok adventure, D, a Wookiee holiday. So that was a droid, not a druid. My apologies there. I hope I didn't put anyone off. The answer, by the way, is an Ewok adventure. These people got it. Adrian's the only one. Adrian's the only one. 2 left. An international brand of skincare products and toiletries is what and Evelyn? A, fish vine, B, crabtree, C, prawn leaf, D, seaweed. It is Crabtree and Evelyn. These people got it. Julie was the fastest. Well done, Julie. But Adrian hits the lead. Company founded back in 1972. What'd you go for, Harv?
Seaweed.
Seaweed and Evelyn. Well, you rub that on your head, would you? Well, it makes
Not my specialty.
It probably makes more sense than Crabtree, doesn't it? But I think that was the name of the people. Founded in 1972. This is the last question. You can still win, Harv, but Adrian, you get it right, you win, and you're miles in front on fastest finger first. So you're in the box seat. Here we go. A former champion Australian golfer is Ian who? A. Barbara Wren. B. Baker Finch. C. Builder Gull. D. Butcher Bird. It is the fabulous Ian Baker Finch, these days doing great things in commentary right around the world. One of the nicest blokes you'll ever meet and a star of the golf world. These people got it right. Hang on a second, Adrian got it wrong.
Got nothing on
What'd
golf.
you go for?
Barbara Wren.
Barbara Wren?
Yeah.
No, that's the Beach Boys. Barbara Wren. No?
It is.
No.
Ah, well.
Ian Baker Finch, never heard of him.
Can't say I have.
British Open champion. I'm not going to rub it in on you, but...
Probably before
Hey,
my time.
Harvey was the fastest. Hang on. Hold the applause, because let's have a look now at the leaderboard. Harvey was the fastest. Was he fast enough? No, he wasn't. Adrian wins. Now clap. Well done, buddy.
Thank you very much, Eddie.
Now, Adrian, what are you going to do with your $1,000?
Well, my partner lives over in the United States, so when we're allowed to travel again, I'd love to be able to travel and go see her, so the money will go towards that.
Good on you, mate. $1,000. That'll be good. You'll just need another $69,000 to get on the plane, but anyway, it's pretty dear at the moment, mate. But good luck. Hey, enjoy it. When we get back, of course, you can give it back to me as a lifeline to win $1 million. That's coming up next. And Shirl, you're in the hot seat. Back to the hot seat. Despite Adrian having a shank on the last hole there, bang, he's still got the money. That's the main thing, mate. You've got the winner's check in your hand. Good stuff, and good luck with that. Shirl, you ready to play?
I am, thank you.
Come on, let's go. Shirl Huberts is 71 years of age, from Officer in Victoria. She's got two kids, Tiffany, 49, and Justin, who's 46, 5 grandkids. Tell me about this. You're a bit of a daredevil, Shirl. Now, you used to drive a Bolwell Nagari, is that right?
Yep.
Now, anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, go onto Google and get onto Google Images. These were Australian-made supercars in the early 70s, and they look magnificent.
They do.
I reckon they look like a cross between a Monaro and an E-Type Jag at the front.
Yeah,
it's a good look, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
So tell me about your connection with that. For those looking up, Bolwell, B-O-L-W-E-L-L, Nagari, N-A-G-A-R-I.
Yeah, so we bought it second-hand. My husband and I bought it second-hand, and it was overmotored and underweight.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Handled like a pig.
Yeah.
And my car wouldn't start one morning, and Tom said, "Oh, take the Bolwell Nagari to work." And I thought, "Oh God, it's a bit tricky. It's a bit damp outside." And I got up to this roundabout near where we lived, and the camber was wrong, and it was damp. So I went round the roundabout, gave it a bit of boot to get out, and it stepped out sideways. And then, of course, I overcorrected and it stepped out the other way. Yeah, fish-tailed a bit. And I got it back under control, and in my rear vision mirror, all the boys from Peninsula Grammar were standing out in the road going like this. And my knee was shaking so bad I couldn't get the heavy clutch in because I was so frightened. I was terrified.
And just putted off down the road, did you?
Yeah, slowly.
Now, Shirl, in the 70s, you were one of the first females in the IT world.
And
like it was back then, you were not given the trainee position, you were given a clerical position, but ended up breaking through the glass ceiling.
I did.
Yeah, good on you. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's get cracking. 15 questions for $1 million. Let's play hot seat. Shirl Huberts, question 1's for $100. According to the Australian Dietary Guidelines, which of these is not one of the 5 main food groups? A, grain foods, B, fruit, C, vegetables and legumes, D, chocolate.
I might go for D, chocolate, Eddie.
Should be one of it. Should be the first one, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Correct for $100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100. 100 It may not be in the list there, but it certainly is in the pantry. Let's be honest about it. Good on you, Cheryl. Two groups, other groups are milk, yogurt, cheese and/or their alternatives, and lean meats and poultry, fish, eggs, tofu, nuts and seeds. $200. Debuting in 2011, Apple's virtual assistant is known by what name? A. Siri, B. Astrid, C. Freya, D. Ingrid.
I will lock in a Siri.
Siri is locked in and correct for $200. It was originally developed by a company called Sri, S-R-I International. $300. A viral infection that commonly affects young children is what disease? A. Toe, finger and ear. B. Elbow, nose and knee. C. Shoulder, eye and ankle. D. Hand, foot and mouth.
I don't know the answer to this, Eddie. I'm afraid I'll have to pass.
You can pass. See you, Cheryl. Catch you later. Bye. Hello, Amal.
Hello, Eddie.
Amal James is 29 years of age. She's a single mum of Charles, who's 5.
Yes.
How's Charlie going?
Amazing. He's a beautiful little boy.
At school?
And no, not yet. Next year.
Next year.
So thank God I haven't had to homeschool or anything like
No,
that.
but you've got him at home all the time, basically. So that's keep
I
you
sent
busy.
him off to childcare.
Oh, fair enough. Hey, Amal, tell me, you're a compliance team leader at the Australian Tax Office.
Yep.
You're a fantastic person. We love you, don't we? Don't we love Amal? She's a really good person. Round of applause for Amal. And all at the ATO. Good people that they are. How's that been going?
Oh, amazing. Especially over COVID, we've been delivering stimulus packages and
Yeah.
stuff. So I think we feel like we've contributed to that Australian community. We've helped small businesses, and we feel like we're a big part of that, keeping businesses alive. And yeah, it's been fantastic.
Good on you,
really.
Mel. Now, tell me this. You're watching the 2010 Grand Final. Were you barracking for good or evil?
I was barracking for good, obviously, Eddie.
Go
My
Pies.
family are huge. Go
Good,
Pies.
good. You super glued your eyes shut.
Yes.
At one stage, my eyes were shut and super glued too, I reckon, when that ball was bouncing down in the drawer.
Yep.
But anyway, what happened? How'd you do that?
So we're watching the grand final. My family, obviously, massive pie supporter. We've got the barbecue going. And then I broke a nail and I thought, yep, I need to get the super glue out. I'll just fix it back on. I was trying to squeeze the thing. It wasn't coming out, so I went like that. And obviously squeezed it and it shot into my eye. And I closed my eyelids and it just sealed shut. It was so quick. I started to panic. I started to cry. And then it started to fill up with tears. It was getting bigger. Mum's on the phone to the ambulance. My stepdad's burned the barbecue. I'm getting rushed to the hospital.
Somebody's pulled out a Stanley knife.
I was trying to rip it open. It was awful.
Yeah.
And then we get to the hospital and then I'm in emergency. They've taken me straight through. And then you see, they go, oh, doctor, whatever, to room 2.
Yeah.
He comes up, he's like, where's the child? Where's the child? And it's just 18-year-old me sitting there going, can you save my eye? And he's like, I have never in my career had to do this for an adult.
But you know what? You were amongst friends because, like so many that day, you were a one-eyed Collingwood supporter.
I was.
Yes! Amal, a viral infection that commonly affects young children is what disease? Toe, finger and ear, elbow, nose and knee, shoulder, eye and ankle, hand, foot and mouth.
I know this one, Eddie, as a mum, and my son's had this before. It's D, hand, foot and mouth.
Yep, they get everything, don't they?
They do.
Correct for $300. Well played. The symptoms of the mild illness includes blisters on the inside of the mouth, the soles of the feet and the palms of the hands. Amal, we're going to take a break. 12 questions or 12 correct answers will get you $1 million right now in the hot seat. Welcome back to the hot seat. Mel James is ready to go. Charlie, your 5-year-old, plays hot seat along with you, does he?
He does play hot seat
Well,
along
let's
with
send
me
him a
every
shout.
night.
Charlie, Mum's a legend, so are you, buddy. Good stuff. Here we go. Before we move on, you did a bit of Bollywood dancing on the MCG.
Yes, so I've been running a Bollywood dance business since I was about 17, and
Can you give us a bit of a shake?
only if you get up here with me.
Oh, well, I'll try, but
Done.
you ever seen me dance on TV? There's a good reason for that. All right, what do we do?
You just have to screw the light bulb
Yeah.
and pat the dog.
Hang on, I'm going to pat the dog.
Screw the light bulb, pat
That's,
the dog.
that's two things to do at once. Oh, what have I got to do? There you go. All right, $500. Which of these actions is not included in the lyrics to the 1964 Manfred Mann song Do Wah Diddy Diddy? A. Walking down the street. B. Shuffling her feet. C. Snapping her fingers. D. Singing the blues.
Oh, diddy. Oh. I'm going to have to pass, Eddie.
Pass it. Not included. Not included. You can pass. Take it easy. I'm giving
Pass.
Charlie a little bit of extra time over there to figure out the song. Good on you, Amal. We'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye. Welcome, Charlie.
Thank you.
Charlie
Nice to be here.
McFadden is 70 years of age, a park ranger. He works in St Kilda. Yvonne McFadden is your wife of 44 years. You have Melanie, 43, Erin, 41, Fiona, 40, Hugh, 36, Charlie, 34, 8 grandkids, and you're born in Donegal in Ireland.
That's correct. Yes, all of that correct.
Good
yes.
stuff.
Yeah.
You've got the good Irish shirt on today as well.
Yeah, I have.
Right, now, Charlie, you would have been around in these days. 1964, Manfred Mann, Do Wah Diddy Diddy. Do you know the song?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay,
I
so
heard of the song, but
which of these actions is not included in the lyrics to the 1964 Manfred Mann song Do Wah Diddy Diddy? Walking down the street, shuffling her feet, snapping her fingers, singing the blues. Which one's not?
shuffling her feet. B.
6,
I'm
5,
thinking.
4.
Yeah. B.
You going to go with that one?
Yeah. Oh, C.
No, well, that's all right. You're wrong both times.
Oh, okay.
No, so walking down the street, she was shuffling her feet, she was snapping her fingers, but she weren't singing the blues. No. Sorry, mate.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie, I'm sorry about that, mate.
Anyway, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
It is indeed.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's been nice being on the show.
Good to have you,
Yeah,
Charlie.
okay.
See you, buddy. Cheers, mate. Good on you, Harvey. Good stuff. Yeah, poor old Charlie's gone off. He's got that English band. He's English again. Anyway, Harvey Diak is a cybersecurity general manager at the Commonwealth Bank of Australia, 38 years of age. Been with Kate for 2 years. You've got 2 kids, Gabriella and Lucy, 7 and 1. Tell me about you're in the growth industry.
Yeah.
Cybersecurity. Wow.
Yeah, it's a big, good time to be in it. I fell into it
Yeah.
15, 16 years ago.
So how did you fall into that?
Just, there was a small team at the previous bank I worked with, and they put me in the team day one. I was a graduate, said, you're working in this cybersecurity team, and just grew from there. So I got in on the ground floor, and it's a great industry to be in.
Now, mate, let me take this through. You lost your first wife, Bilma, to cancer, and you hope to raise money in her memory to do great things in the cancer area. She was diagnosed just 6 months after daughter Gabriella was born. Proudly raised Gabby on your own before you met your new partner, Kate, and things have come back together for you. Mate, well done to you. I mean, it's a really tough period, obviously, for you, losing your beautiful wife with a little baby in your arms.
Yeah, it was a horrible time. It was just, you can't even describe it.
No.
And it's 5, 6 years ago, and even a couple of years ago, I wouldn't be able to even share the story or tell the story without, breaking down. But yeah, life sort of comes around full circle. I've repartnered, met someone, and Kate, she's wonderful, and had little Lucy last year in lockdown. So
Good on you, mate.
yeah, it's
Well, it's on the up, mate. Here's a chance now to win $250,000.
fantastic.
Good on you, Halves. Let's go for $500. The Sydney Myer Music Bowl is an open-air venue in which Australian city? A, Brisbane. B, Melbourne. C, Perth. D, Darwin.
Been to a few events here over the journey. Metallica concert sticks out in my mind. So I'd like to lock in B, Melbourne. Thanks, Eddie.
Melbourne's locked in. I was at the AC/DC concert that shut it down for about 25 years after the riots that happened there back in about 1980, I think it was. And, of course, we're there for Carols by Candlelight,
That's
which
right.
is at the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Correct, for $500. It opened back in 1959, named after the businessman and philanthropist Sidney Myer, who co-founded the first Myer Emporium. All right, we're going to take a break. We've got 10 to go for $250,000 right after this in a hot seat. Harvey Diak's in the hot seat. Now, Harvey, tell me about this. You convinced a sports travel company that you and your mates were basketball players, and you did a trip around America.
Yeah, in our mid to late 20s, we decided, long after we had kind of stopped playing at a reasonable level that we thought
But you could play.
we could play a little
Right,
bit.
okay, yeah.
And said, why don't we try to go and play against some colleges in America? And we found a travel company. They usually send 18, 19-year-old kids, not, you know, blokes in their late 20s. And yeah, convinced them. We played a tour over there, about 7 of the US colleges.
Yeah, how'd you go?
And we won 3, lost 4. So we did okay. But it all was just an idea we came up with and convinced this company. We were over there and yeah, it was fantastic.
Go on, Harvey, $1,000 worth of question coming. Which of these is closest to the number of square feet in 1 square metre? A5, B7, C8, D11.
3 square feet, 3. I'm going to say, I'll lock in, I think it might be 8. I'm going to lock in C8.
Lock in 8. Well, now you've gone 3 feet roughly to a metre, 3 and a bit feet. Is that how you worked it out? And then you've gone, well, and square it up.
Yeah, it might be 11.
No, what's 11? Yeah, that was the one.
Oh, well.
So you missed. You went that side instead of that side.
Yeah.
More specifically, it's 10.76391 square feet, as 1 metre equals about 3.3 feet. The result roughly equals 3.3 times 3.3, which gets you up to about 11.
Oh, well.
Sorry, Harvey.
No worries.
You missed by that much, mate.
That's all right.
Good stuff.
Thanks for having me.
Good luck with everything,
Cheers,
mate. Go on, Adrian, up you come, mate. He strode purposefully to the hot seat with $1,000 in his hand. Adrian Jones is a student, 25 years of age, aerospace engineering and business management, and one day would like to get into the big-time aerospace, yeah?
I would indeed. I'd love to be a part of, you know, sending people into space, getting people to Mars, all that stuff.
Good stuff, Adrian. Now, you went to the Chernobyl nuclear plant.
I did, yes. So I was over in Germany, and a friend of mine, we decided that rather than going to, you know, London or Paris or some location like that, we thought, you know, let's go to one of the kind of rarer locations.
Have you ever been to London and Paris and places like that, as opposed to Chernobyl, which was destroyed by a nuclear reactor exploding?
Yes, I've been to London. Didn't go to Paris.
I know where I'd be going. 1, 2, 3. No.
Paris missed due to COVID, but we did a 2-day tour of the exclusion zone. So we booked with a tour company, and there was about 5 of us with our tour guide, and they bus you in and you go through the various security checks, and you drive through the massive park that they have. And so you see the old reactor site with the sarcophagus over it, and it's, you know, quite a somber sight. It's definitely not a fun party tour. And you know, you go through the town of Pripyat, and you learn about what happened, and fairly safe to go for a day or a couple of days. You know, these tour guides, they go in there, you know, plenty of times a year, so there's an acceptable level that you can withstand. So it's relatively safe.
That's what they said before it blew up.
Yes, exactly.
Anyway, Adrian, let's go. $1,000 question. Good luck,
Let's go.
buddy. Which of these is the correct spelling for a song used to help a baby sleep? A, lullaby. B, lullaby. D, lullaby. C, lullaby. D, lullaby.
Thinking B looks good to me. Yeah, lock in B, lullaby.
Lock in B, lullaby. It's correct for $1,000. Well played. Go on, Adrian. Let's go, mate. $1,500. A primary standing pose in yoga, Tadasana, is also known as what pose? A, volcano. B, mountain. C, cliff. D, bluff.
Yoga is not something I've engaged in before. So this is an interesting question. Tadasana. Volcano or mountain kind of seems like a pose you might pull in yoga, that kind of direction. I think I'm going to pass on this question, Eddie. I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, catch you, Adrian. See you, mate. Hello, Julie Freeman-Smith.
Hi, Eddie.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank
You're
you.
a secondary teacher.
I am.
What do you teach?
I teach English and drama
Fantastic. What years?
from Year 7 up to Year 12.
Okay. How's the Year 12s going through all the COVID and everyone else for that matter? We talk about Year 12s, but it's just as tough on the other kids as well, isn't it?
It is. It's been a really hard year on all of the students, I think. I think everyone's really struggled for different reasons. Definitely my Year 12s last year and my Year 12s this year are struggling, but yeah, they're doing, we do the best that we can.
Julie, you ready to go?
I am indeed.
You are married to Shane for
I am.
17 years, Ethan 15, Jessica 14. Let's go for $100,000. A primary standing pose in yoga, Tadasana is also known as what pose? Volcano, mountain, cliff, bluff. Have you done yoga?
I've done a little bit of it. I need to do more of it because I know it's really good for you. I'm pretty sure this is B, mountain, so I'd like to lock in mountain.
Lock in mountain. It's correct for $1,500. Standing tall with a straight spine, okay? Let's get ourselves in position here.
Probably what I need to do a bit more of.
Probably all of us, I think. $2,500. Used in Chinese cooking, which of these is the name of a marinating technique? A, velveting, B, silking, C, canvassing, D, swading.
I'm not much of a chef. I don't mind cooking. My sister's more the cook in the family, so I'm sure she would know this answer, but I'm just going to have a look at it. Marinating. I'm kind of leaning towards C, but I'm not 100% sure.
Chinese cooking. Marinating technique.
Could be silking,
6.
maybe. I think I might pass.
See you
Thanks,
later.
Eddie.
Thanks, Julie. Catch you later. Welcome back, Cheryl. Great to have you here. Let's get stuck into it, okay? How's your cooking?
Not bad.
Do you go to the Chinese much?
No, I don't really.
Okay.
But, you know, we'll see how we go.
All right, let's go. Used in Chinese cooking, which of these is the name of a marinating technique? A, velveting, B, silking, C, canvassing, D, swading.
So I'm thinking that C and D are look improbable to me, so it's probably A to B. And I'm more inclined to think it's something like silking, so I will lock in B.
Lock it in?
Yep. Okay.
You're close. It was velveting. You knew where you were going. Had it right. Just picked the wrong one. Yeah. I mean, you'd think silking is Chinese and things, so it's a good answer. Velveting was the right answer, though. The method involves coating meat in a mixture of corn flour and egg white, cooking in hot oil to seal in the moisture. There it is.
Now.
Thanks, Cheryl.
Thanks,
Good luck.
Eddie.
Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
part of the show. Welcome back, Amal.
Hello again.
All righty, let's get stuck into it, okay? We're going to go to a break because we've got 6 questions to ask you for $50,000 right after this. Welcome back to the hot seat. Amal James for $2,500. Here it comes. By definition, what type of person is a malefactor? A, peacemaker, B, investigator, C, high achiever, D, criminal.
I don't think it's investigator. I'm thinking peacemaker.
Malefactor. A malefactor.
Actually, maybe a high achiever.
10.
Oh, maybe a criminal.
Gonna pick
Okay.
one. 5, 4.
D.
Log it in.
High achiever. No
High-
B.
Criminal. Yeah, we're there, but for 1 second. Mal, you jumped out at the last second.
I did.
Describes anyone who breaks the law or commits evil acts. I thought you would have been all over that at the Australian Tax Office.
Just call them fraudsters.
That's it, exactly. Or malefactors from now on.
That's it.
Amal, good luck. Good on you, Charlie. Charles, good man.
Thank
Mum's
you.
a star.
Thanks for having me.
See you later. Bye. All right, Adrian, you're back. You've got 5 questions to give me the right answers to get $20,000. You've got a lifeline right there, okay? Adrian Jones, aerospace engineering and business management student. Let's go for $2,500.
Let's go, Eddie.
Here it is. Located near the Oval Office, a traditional venue for official events is the White House what garden? A, ivy, B, rose, C, herb, D, market.
I know the garden is one that the First Ladies have taken a lot of interest in. Rose Garden is sounding familiar. I'm not entirely certain. Market Garden, Ivy Garden, Herb Garden. Lock in B, Rose Garden, Eddie.
The Rose Garden is correct for $2,500. Originally created in 1902, quite appropriately by Edith Roosevelt, and reimagined by the Kennedy administration when Jacqueline Kennedy was in the 60s. The Rose Garden serves as an official location for White House media announcements and major events. You've seen it at all those outdoor areas when they have the press conferences. Right, 4 to go, 4,000. In the TV show Friends, what is the name of Ross and Rachel's baby daughter? A, Sophie, B, Chloe, C, Grace, D, Emma.
I've watched a fair bit of Friends in my day with my sister, so lock in D, Emma, Eddie.
Emma is in and correct for $4,000. You're on a fly now, Adrian. Monica mentions that she has chosen the name Emma for her daughter, and Rachel likes it so much that Monica allows her to use it. There you go. 3 to go. 6,000. Who wrote the 3 novels of the Australian trilogy, The Potato Factory, Tomo and Hawk, and Solomon's Song? A, Tim Winton. B, Jane Harper. C, Bryce Courtney. D, Judy Nunn.
So I've heard of Tim Winton and Bryce Courtney.
Have you heard of The Potato Factory, Tomo and Hawk, and Solomon's Song?
I have not heard of these novels. Oh dear. Australian trilogy. I'm going to have to use my lifeline here, Eddie.
Okay, stop the clock. Thank you. What do you want to do? 50-50 new question, or you can ask me?
I think I'm going to ask you there, Eddie.
Can ask me, are you?
Ask you indeed.
Okay. Bryce Courtney.
Bryce Courtney?
That's my final answer.
That's your final answer?
Yeah.
Lock in C, Bryce Courtney.
Done. Correct for $6,000.
Wonderful. Thank you very much, Eddie.
Well done, Adrian. Now we're into the business section. Get this one right, you win $1,000 back. Next question after that for $20,000 cash. If you muck it up, Julie, your shot for $10,000. Here we go. The penultimate question, $10,000. In William Shakespeare's The Taming of the Shrew, who is the shrew of the title? A, Caterina. B, Cordelia. C, Rosalind. D, Cressida or Cressida.
Cressida. Taming of the Shrew. It's not the Shakespeare play I was hoping would come up, yes. Cordelia, Rosalind, they all sound relatively Shakespearean. Cordelia, Rosalind, Cressida, Caterina.
10.
Cordelia's looking at me. Lock in B, Cordelia.
Log it in. Julie, you're a school teacher. What is it?
I would have gone A, Catherine.
And you would have been right. Yeah, it's Caterina. Caterina, not Catherine.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's it. The Aussie version. I'm so sorry, Adrian.
That's
You
the way it
played
goes.
really well. Congratulations. You won fastest finger first. You've had a really good day out here.
Absolutely.
Congratulations, buddy.
All right, good to be here. Good luck, Jules.
Good on you. Well done, Adrian. Good on you, Julie. Come and sit down. Julie Freeman-Smith is the secondary teacher. Let's go to the news break. Come back and play for $10,000 cash. Julie is in the hot seat. Julie, what are you going to do with $10,000?
Well, I'm sure that my husband would probably want me to put it towards some sensible things, but...
$10,000. Come on, have some fun. We're all
well,
been
I will
sensible
have
for
some
so
fun.
long.
One thing I definitely want to get is a permanent cleaner. I hate cleaning, Eddie, with a passion.
right.
But then, yeah, I definitely want to go up and see my friend Marnie up on the Gold Coast and probably take the family up there if I can.
Go to the
wedding.
Gold Coast. That's the spot to go.
Yes.
Good on you, Julie. Let's go for $10,000. Ceasing publication in 2011, the weekly newspaper News of the World was headquartered in which city? A, London. B, New York. C, Singapore. D, Hong Kong.
Okay. News of the World. I'm leaning towards London or New York. News of the World was headquartered in which city? It sounds like the name of a paper that probably Americans would like to think that they're on board.
Ceasing publication in 2011, the weekly newspaper, the News of the World. Where was it? 4, 3,
I'm
quick.
going to go A, London.
A, London. I thought you said New York.
I did, but then I switched to London.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you know the News of the World?
I know, I've heard of it, but I can't
Do you remember when it all happened, the hacking scandal?
Yes.
Where was that?
Well, that was in London.
Yeah, so what do you reckon?
I think it's London.
Do you want to change the New
No.
York? No. Do you want to stay with London?
Yes.
London's correct for $10,000.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were allowed to
sorry.
on you, Julie. You gave yourself a standing ovation.
I did, sorry. I'm a drama teacher.
You
so
are a
it's-
drama teacher. There's plenty of drama about that.
Yay, thank you so much.
Yay,
Thank you.
indeed. Julie Freeman-Smith just won $10,000. Catch you next time in the Millionaire Hot Seat. Good night, everyone.
Thanks.